Good afternoon, World Wide Web. Another update video on JetBlue Airways taking a pounding today, down 1.35%. It looks worse than that. 770 a share is pretty revolting. 1.39 was all it was. It's been trickling downwards the last couple of days. However, your options have not really been trickling a whole lot. Maybe down to 11 cents or 10 cents on that 12-cent option. It went up to 20 cents when it was at $9 last week. Now it's fallen down to 7.70. The reason it's falling is because Alaska Airlines had crappy earnings report, crappy outlook, and Alaska said that their prices are coming down and they're having to do less cheaper or less cheaper flights, I guess. And they run the same Airbus planes as JetBlue and Spirit Airlines do. And they said that the planes have a RTX feature that is in need of an inspection by like an FAA regulation. And over the next year, JetBlue is going to need to take apart all of their jet engines and do inspections, and that's going to cost them money. I propose that JetBlue already does take apart their engines, probably weekly, because it's a much simpler engine than a car engine, actually, the turbine engines. And, well, they're more complicated, but they're also less parts, less moving parts. They put so many, they do 4 flights a day per plane. These things are like taxi cabs. They're ripping them apart and putting them back together, probably weekly or bi-weekly or monthly or yearly would be at the most, I would imagine, for a full rebuild on every engine. Every piston that has a slight, or they're not pistons, every turbine that has a slight bit of wear is probably going to get inspected, replaced. These people are anal about their airplanes. They have to be. The regulations force it. I propose this is crap that had to be done anyhow. It might cost them some money on parts. I don't see the big hullabaloo. To be honest with you, I see more of this as a temporary setback news. Alaska's outlook sounds like Alaska's outlook. It doesn't sound like Delta. It doesn't sound like American Airlines. And it doesn't sound like JetBlue's predictions. The international scene seems to be the hottest scene for airlines, not from my own research, but from the news. And JetBlue is equipped to fly to Europe. They're equipped to fly all over the world. They go everywhere. JetBlue is considered an international airline. It should be feasting in that delight of good news of booming international travel. Apparently, people want to get the hell out of the United States for a while. And I don't blame them, because it's kind of a bummer here with everything. Gas went up. That might be affecting them a little bit also, but I'm sure their ticket prices reflected it. Also, gas accounts for about $10 per passenger on a 2-hour flight if it's fully booked. So it's really not that big of a factor. It might be $13 now or $14 now, and so maybe it is a slight factor, but it's fluid. It goes up and down. Hopefully it'll be back in the low 3s soon. Then they have to process that into a higher grade fuel, of course, also. They pretty much run their own refineries for jet fuel. So the prices do affect them. But that's how much it affects them. $10 on a 2-hour flight per ticket, so don't let the gas prices freak you out. Still got a $12 option on this one, strike price for December. I'm starting to add March to my expiration of my strike prices. You can get that one at 22 cents right now. I've been buying them at 25 cents. I might buy some more a little bit lower if it falls even lower. I'm kind of hoping it does. Earnings is August 1st. Earnings are going to be spectacular. We've done the counting. We've done the math. We've heard from the JetBlue CEO. We've heard from the competition. Alaska seems to be running its own perilous course. And its bad earnings outlook is kind of surprising. I'm going to be doing some investigation on them today and see how their prices compare and the routes compare to JetBlue. Make sure maybe they're filled with crappy routes. But anyways, there's a reason why Alaska did worse, and it's probably not the airline business. The airline business seems to be screaming. Says JetBlue, says American, says Delta. I'm looking at Alaska as the outlier at this point. I still love the $12 option for December and March. They're going to be acquiring Spirit Airlines. It's going to add 50% to their revenue. It might be a profitable Spirit Airlines by the time they take it over. Spirit Airlines comes with $1.45 billion in cash to help pay for itself. It's going to be a phenomenal buy. It's going to cost them about $2.4 billion in real business to acquire this company that's going to add $5 billion to the revenue line and a considerable amount to the profit line. And this will be the first profitable quarter. Oh, look, a dip off, 968. Well, we not at its low point for the day. I guess we hit the 965 earlier. But if the option prices improve any better, maybe scoop up a few more. I'm not a professional analyst. I am a stockholder, so I'm a little bit biased towards JetBlue. On this channel, we do stocks that we do our homework on. We do lots of homework. We continually bring out new videos. It's important to watch the new videos because I'll do more homework and I'll come back with a revelation that we didn't have before. On AMC Theaters, I told everybody it was fake news before anyone probably knew it was fake news. I was telling you at 9 p.m. on Friday night that the AMC APE settlement hoax was bullshit. They didn't drop the settlement. It's still in court. Everybody knows they're going to present another one, and the judge is going to rule again. So the price is right back to Shitsville. We were able to tell that just from research. We do more research, and even though it looked like the price of AMC was going to go up, it went down. I was lucky enough to tell everybody it was going down before it went down completely. But you never know. It could news could reverse itself again. We'll try to read that news properly and parse the words and read the ruling and tell the truth on this channel. We're staying with verifiable stocks, ones that we can log into the website and see exactly how they're doing. We can track their how booked they are process, the cruise lines, the airlines, the hotel rooms, the movie theaters, anywhere we can log in and get real-time, real live information on how well something's doing or not doing. I want to know how booked they are in the future, and I want to know what their prices are, and we're tracking all of it. So this channel should be gold for insider information, straight from the source itself. If they're booked out for 2 weeks, we know they're booked out. We know they're fully sold. We know these 2 weeks are in the bag with good earnings, and we can see the prices being higher or lower. So we know when bad things are coming. We know when good things are coming, probably before the CEO does. These computers are pretty much AI automated at this point to provide the best results. 770 back up for JetBlue. I'm still in love with JetBlue. I think it's either going to be their own earnings, Spirit's earnings, or the combination of Spirit and JetBlue with decent earnings. They're going to really send this thing upwards. Spirit took a tiny collapse today, and those CLAC options got reasonable, and they got expensive again. But maybe set a buy limit order in on your Spirit Airlines options because you think they're going to convert to $31 on the conversion. We have that conservative judge ruling, which tells me these two companies will be one. And it is the highest court in the land, and the Supreme Court's not going to listen to this case. They'll be more than happy to let it go away with a JetBlue victory. 770 a share. Watch the options. They're not really coming down with it, but if they do, grab a few. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Have a wonderful day. Good luck in the JetBlue and good luck with everything else. And like and subscribe the video for more updates on shit we can track, because that's what we're all about, is tracking live results, live time, insider type information. We're doing the research to find out exactly in reality how booked they are, not what gossip and rumor has to say. So that's the one thing that's going to separate this channel from all the other channels that you might subscribe to for news, is I'm going to tell you what the numbers say long before you see the numbers, and we're also going to parse the news very carefully, and we'll continue to do so. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Thank you very much.